Submit your material now to texasartistshowcase@gmail.com and be a part of the next chapter in Texas music. www.insanelygifted.net.
Hello, everybody. This is the Texas Artist Showcase. This is your musical host, the White Brutha, and you're listening to it right here on www.insanelygifted.net. Now, some of y'all might have seen some of the postings on Facebook, or some of y'all that might not go on Facebook on a regular basis. If y'all don't know, I was a judge in a contest about a weekend ago or so, in a contest called the Next Lyrical Genius that was put on by Jay Strings out of Houston. He came to Austin and put on the show and put on this contest, and the winner that was declared between me and 3 other judges on a panel, he's in the house with me right now. Introduce yourself to the internet listeners.
Yo, what's going on? This is 91.
91 is his name. Now, where are you from?
I was born in Temple, grew up in Houston.
Now, you grew up in Houston, but you live in Round Rock now, right?
Yeah, I'm currently staying in Round Rock.
So how'd you go from Houston back to Round Rock?
My mom always wanted to live in the Austin area, so after Houston, I did my first year of college out there at TSU, and she moved out here to Austin. After my first year was over with, I decided to move back out here with her.
Okay, cool. So how long have you been doing the music?
I've been into music as long as I can remember. I would say about 5 years now. I kind of started in 2009. That's when I really started getting into it. Started making my own raps, actually recording it.
Okay, cool. And how'd you hear about the Next Lyrical Genius contest?
My girlfriend actually just sent me an event, just like ATX events or something, and I was looking at it. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I was like, I don't want to see it. I want to be in it. So I emailed Jay Strings. He told me I missed the deadline, but he said if I was serious about it, he could get me in. So I had about maybe 2.5 weeks to get ready for it. So I came through and I did my thing.
Very little preparation. We was really amazed at what you did, because there was 5 rounds in the contest, and you pretty much dominated all the rounds.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And of course you won some prizes from the contest and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you were fascinated by that. But how did it actually feel to be the winner, knowing that you only had little preparation time and everything? I mean, did you just have that much confidence in yourself, or did you just practice that much, or what?
I was really nervous, actually. I didn't get too nervous until after the first round, and then it really kind of hit me like, man, this thing is started. Every single night, though, I was working. I took like 3 days to do my first verse, 3 days for the second verse, off and on doing the cover song. And then for the freestyle round, I was just trying to get mentally prepared for that. But I got to give a big shout out to my man, Pat G. He was in the contest as well. He helped me out a lot. He really helped me get prepared for this. So big shout out to him. He's repping Temple as well.
Okay, now how did he help you out? He was a competitor.
Yeah, he was. We really motivate each other. So we've been making music with each other for a couple of months now. So just good vibes, good energy, and he really motivated me, helped me to get my head on straight.
So from your experience of being the winner and everything, I bet you 1 million people have been contacting you on working with you and stuff like that.
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah, it's weird, because I was like, it kind of feels like it's almost bigger than me, because to my eyes, I'm still the same exact person that I was last week, and all these people weren't hitting me up. But now that I've won this contest, it made me feel real proud, because people are seeing that what I'm capable of, and they want to hear more and want to work with me. So it's a real humbling experience.
So before you enter this contest, have you had any other music out or anything?
I've done just a few songs here on SoundCloud here and there. The whole Facebook fam, they'll see all that. They see it the most. But as far as getting my name out, I haven't really done too much. So this has definitely been a big milestone in my career.
Okay, and speaking of your name, what is the idea behind your name? How'd you come up with your name, and why'd you choose to go with that as your name, the 91?
Well, my cousin out in Temple, he goes by D Fame. He had a line one time in one of his songs, and he was like EST91, and I just thought that was such a cool thing to say. So I kind of took that and I started my email address, and it was EST91, and I spelled it the number 90 and then the word 1, just to kind of be a little different. And I also wanted to kind of represent the whole generation of 90s babies. So for a while I didn't really have a name, but I had that email, and I was just giving it out to people. And my friend, real good friend of mine, he's really helped me out a lot. He goes by East the Beast. He told me just to drop the EST and just go by 91. So it's kind of given to me. I never really had a nickname or anything growing up. So once that name was finally given to me, it just kind of stuck, and it really kind of reflects my personality too. I'm real big on old school music and hip hop.
Okay, and as far as your style and your delivery on how you rap and everything, what pretty much influenced you to pick that style that you're doing?
Really just pure hip hop. Like, I love A Tribe Called Quest, the wordplay and everything. I'm from the South. I love Southern music, but thanks to the internet, it really helped open me up to so many different styles. Like, I love the West Coast sound. I definitely love the New York sound too. That real gritty hip hop, Nas, Big L, all of that. It really influenced me, because for a while people used to tell me I had a real East Coast flow. So I really tried to take that East Coast flow and show my lyricism, but really make it with more of a Southern style.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because when I heard you deliver your lyrics in the contest and everything, even though some of them was probably pre-written, you just worked on the delivery, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Except for even the freestyle one, I'm sure you had ideas about the freestyle before you even rapped it, right?
Yeah. Once they gave me I felt like my second one was honestly a little bit better. You said you like my first freestyle better. I'm not much of a freestyle writer. I really do love to write. I mean, not a freestyle rapper. I love to write. So for me, freestyling, I just had to really feel it. And when they told me to rap about pain, I really kind of got in my zone, because I really kind of started rapping because of my grandmother. So it was real easy for me to rap about that, because when she passed away, rapping was the easiest way to kind of deal with that at the time.
Yeah. And the topic that we gave y'all, the first topic we gave y'all about, why you should be a winner, or why should we choose y'all to be the winner and everything. I just want to say that me saying that you were better in that round has nothing to do with you mentioning me in your verse. I was real shocked when you did that. I'm like, okay, of all the people in my
yeah, man,
why'd you think of me?
It was off top, and I think you really kind of intimidated me the most as far as all the judges, because you were real open and honest with your opinions, and I really respected that. So I was like, I know my freestyles weren't always the best, so I didn't want you to go too hard on me, but I wanted to show you that I could still kind of come out there and spit.
Right, because even my wife was in the audience, and I don't know if you heard her when you said my name. She did a whoop. She did. And that kind of cracked me up too. But it had nothing to do with my opinion on how you did in that round or anything. But overall, like I said, we deliberated everything, and we did a pretty good debate going on between you and the second one, the runner-up, Tootie, I believe is his name.
Yeah, big shout out to Tootie and the whole Ragu camp. They showed me a lot of love. They brought a lot of energy.
And I almost say this because it's my show on the internet. I will say throughout the whole thing, I wasn't hating on Tootie or nothing, but because of the fact Tootie reminded me a lot of Lil Wayne when he rapped, I was trying to not like him.
Understood.
I can't stand Lil Wayne, but everybody knows that. I try not to talk on it too much because I don't want anybody to think that I'm hating or nothing. I'm not really hating. It's just I'm just not into Lil Wayne.
Yeah, everybody has an opinion.
Yeah. So and Tootie reminded me of that a little bit, but I will say that last round, that very last one, the pain one. He kind of got off a little bit better than you on that round, and I was almost. I didn't accuse him or nothing, or I didn't tell the other judges what I was thinking, but I'm like, okay, that had to be something he written. It sounded like something he wrote, because compared to all his other stuff that he did, I mean, that was the most understandable verse that I heard that he did.
Yeah, a lot of people said the same thing to me. They kind of felt like it was written. I kind of felt that too. I thought it might have been written, but he could freestyle. Like, I think when he was freestyling, when he did the cover for Jadakiss, and then for that second part he said, I got some questions of my own, I felt like that was freestyle. Like, his freestyle game is definitely nice.
And speaking of the cover songs, during the old school round where you had to actually redo somebody else's songs, your way, but to the exact way it's supposed to be done, until it got to you. I didn't even know it was supposed to have been done that way, because the other two, they had messed up on their lyrics. So when you came out and did LL Cool J's I Need Love, which is one of my favorite rap songs of all time, it's kind of like, I'm like, you're doing it word for word. I'm like, okay, is he supposed to be doing it word for word? Because it wasn't really explained to us like that when when y'all came out. So it was very obvious then that when you did that the other two just simply messed up.
Yeah. Jay Strings, because I asked him about it. I said, you just wanted us to do a verse, and he's like, nah, the whole song. And at first it was a little intimidating because I was like, I know the first verse, but I was like, man, that whole song, I hope I could learn it in the little bit of amount of time that I had to get ready. But every night I was going to sleep, I was falling asleep with my headphones in, letting it play over and over. It got to this point where everybody in my house, my mom, my girlfriend, they had it memorized. So
they probably could have came up there and did it just as good as you, huh?
Yeah, I looked out into the crowd. My mom was sitting there singing it word for word and dancing. I got a little tickled on stage.
I hear you. But overall, you enjoyed yourself?
Yeah.
And of course, I'm sure you enjoyed all the prizes that came with it. Tell everybody out there what you actually won.
Yeah, I got a $1,000 cash, a PlayStation 4, J Strings and T. They're gonna do a 10-song mixtape, fully mixed and mastered, and they're gonna do a high-definition music video for me. And most importantly to me, it's the connections that I've made. I have a lot of really good connections right now. I got a lot of momentum going, so I really want to just keep running with that.
Right, and I'm glad you got all the connections that you did, and with all them connections, I'll just say advice from me to you. Just I say don't take everything with a grain of salt. Listen to everybody, but just to know that in the end, whatever product you come out with, it needs to be done the way that you want it to be done.
Understood.
I mean, as many people will tell you, will do it this way and do it that way. I mean, if you're not comfortable in the way that you want it to be done, then you might not can put 100% into it.
Yeah.
So that's why, of course, I've already submitted a track to you that, I hope you're going to write to and everything.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you're going to be on, I asked you to be on my compilation. It's going to be coming out around the beginning of the year, in January, actually. And then you said you would do that. So I'll definitely feature you on a track on one of those songs over there. So I appreciate you saying that you would do that for me and everything. Also, because y'all know I'm hip-hop music coordinator at KAZI, as soon as you get something done that's clean, I will definitely be able to get it on the radio for all the DJs at KAZI.
Oh yeah, I'm working on that right now. I want to get some tracks that we can start pushing on the radio.
And also I have invited you back, or actually on the date, we haven't decided a date yet, but as soon as I get you into an interview at KAZI, we're going to get you in KAZI for an interview as well.
Okay.
To talk to all the KAZI listeners that might not listen to this internet show that you're on right now. Now, I know you talked about old influences and everything, but who would be your favorite artist out there right now?
From modern day, man, that's a tough one. I want to say Kendrick, but I feel like everybody says Kendrick because that dude, hands down, he's one of the best out right now. I'd have to go with Joey Badass. I like that kid a lot. He's young. He has that old school flow. I feel like he's really doing hip hop the way it's meant to be done.
And where is he from? Refresh my memory.
Brooklyn.
Okay, so he has something out right now. I haven't even heard.
He has his first mixtape out was the 1999, and then he's with his team is Pro Era. They dropped a couple of mixtapes. I think he did his second one, but he's getting ready to drop his album Before the Money. It's I think it's dropping on the 20th of January.
Okay,
so I'm looking forward to that.
I'm going to check him out and see what that's all about. So even though you said a lot of your influences were from the old school, like I just said a while ago, you said, of course, Joey Badass is his name, you said?
Yes, sir.
Is one of your favorites right now. Do you kind of blend your style from all of them, or do you think you got your own style that nobody has right now?
I think I do have my own style. I know I don't really sound too much like anyone else out. I kind of take pride in that because I do try and sound different, but I don't try to the point where I'm overdoing it. I'm still just being myself. This really is just who I am. This is just how I sound on my tracks.
Now, the reason why I like some of your rhymes is that I hear some of the metaphors in your rhymes, and that's what I liked a lot about you. But let me ask you, see if you agree with me or disagree with me on this. Do you think sometimes a rapper can be too metaphorical, that it throws people off?
I think so, because I kind of question myself on that sometimes too. I'm like, man, are they gonna even understand what I'm saying right here? But then a lot of people that come back and listen to me, like a lot of the hip hop heads that I know, they'll say, yeah, they understood it. They caught those metaphors and things like that. But I do try and make music that everyone can relate to, so I don't want to go too far over some of the average listeners' heads where they don't understand me and can't relate to me. So that's one thing I'm trying to work on too. Not dumb it down, but sometimes less is more. So I try and get my point across without going too in depth with it, getting too technical.
Okay, I hear. So you're finishing up a mixtape right now, or an EP.
Yeah,
right?
I got the 91 extended play. It should be dropping January 2nd. Is the date.
Okay, cool. And you basically, I know you played me a couple of tracks from it and everything, and it sounded good. So I think you're gonna do a good job when you get it out.
Appreciate it.
The guy that's helping you out with that, show him some love and pump him up a little bit.
Yeah, most definitely. I gotta give a big shout out to my engineer Matt Alvarez at Soundshed Studios in the ATX. If you're out here in Austin and you're looking for good recording and mixing, definitely get in touch with him.
And how would anybody get in touch with you if they would like for you to feature on some of their songs, if you're willing to do that?
Probably the best way to get in touch with me is definitely through Facebook. You can look me up. That's 91 on Facebook, and it's the number 90, the word 1. Or you just go to Google, again, the number 90, the word 1, and just have ATX behind it, and you should definitely find me online.
Do you have a manager right now?
I don't have a manager. I'm kind of doing everything myself.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. Now, even though you mentioned your family a little bit, I mean, do they support you in all this? I mean,
yeah, most definitely. Like the next Lyrical Genius was my first time really rapping and performing in front of a lot of my family members. So it felt real good to get that support from them. Like they said, they're real proud of me. That was a great feeling.
A little birdie told me that your dad was kind of skeptical about you being in the contest.
Well, because I didn't really get to talk to him too much about it. Like growing up, me and my dad, we didn't have the best relationship, but over the past few years, past 2 years maybe, it's really starting to get a lot better. And earlier this year, he called me, he was talking to me, and he was like, man, go out there. He said, you want to be a superstar. He said, go out there and chase it. He said, you're only 23. He said, take the next few years until you're about 27 and just go for it. And before that, I never really had anyone tell me that. So like as soon as I won the contest, I sent him a text, and I was just like, yo, thank you for telling me to chase my dreams, because if he wouldn't have told me that, I'm not sure if I really would have given it my all.
Okay. Well, that's good. It's good to hear that something positive came out of something between you and your dad.
Yeah, definitely.
And stuff like that. Now, even though you said you got the name 91 from somebody else's lyrics, is that what you said? Even though you got is there an alternate meaning behind that? Other than that,
it just feels right. It feels like it's me. I feel like it really kind of describes my personality, because I really do. Like I said, I got a real old school feel. I like the new sound of hip hop nowadays, but I feel like I should have been born maybe like early 80s, so I could have really been a teenager in the 90s. I feel like that's the era I should have been in.
Okay. I feel you on that. Let me ask this. So about the Austin hip hop scene right now, I don't know if you've become any familiar with it or anything. I mean, what's your take on it right now?
It's growing. There's a lot of artists out there. I feel like ATX isn't on the map just yet, but our time is definitely coming up. So I'm trying to get ready for that, because there are a lot of good artists out there.
Who are some of your favorites that you could think of that you listen to?
I'd have to give a big shout out to Jay Soldier. His tracks are real nice. Look him up. His freestyle game is really on point. That boy Super, he's been making a lot of noise right now. There's this group, I can't remember the name of it, but the female lyricist in it is called Megs Kelly. I like their style a lot. They had a real old school vibe. I really wish I could think of the name of the group right now. It's Magna Carta.
Okay.
So yeah, they're real dope. I think they might be my favorite right now.
Okay, and then they're rappers?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with them. That's weird.
I think it's just the female lyricists, and then they have a whole team though. Someone does the production, everything like that. If I can find a link, I'll definitely send it to you and get that posted up online. But big shout out to them. I hope I can meet them one day and kind of work with them.
I'm curious now on them, man. All right, well, I appreciate you coming by Wonkaville, and appreciate you coming out here and let me interview for the Texas Artist Showcase.
Appreciate it.
And everything. Is there anything else that you want the listeners to know about you that I haven't asked you?
Just take a chance. Take a chance on my music. I think you would definitely enjoy it. It's something fresh and something new. You can follow me on Instagram. That's 91_ATX. Remember, that's the number 90, the word 1_ATX.
Now, the video that Jay Swing's supposed to do for you winning the contest, have you decided what song you're going to do? Or is it going to be something from your extended play? Or is it going to be a newer song? Or what?
Nah, we're definitely going to do something off the mixtape that I'm working on. I already kind of got a good concept going for that. So definitely want to do some new stuff off of there.
Okay, cool. All right, I want you to know you're welcome back here anytime and everything. And we're going to set up that KAZI interview as well. So as soon as you get some music that's ready to be played, of course, I'll play some on the internet show right now because I can. But wherever you want me to start playing, I'll be glad to play for you.
Yeah, I'll definitely get that to you as soon as possible.
All right, once again, thanks a lot for stopping.